Hi everyone, welcome back to Garden Novice. Happy New Year to everybody. 3rd of January. I thought I'd pop round to the plot this morning, even though it's a bit frozen, minus wherever it was. Ground's very hard, because I wanted to go and get some manure, chop up my manure bay, and just potter on this morning really. So I'll show you what I've been up to. Right, let's brave the cold and go outside the tunnel. I've actually put the heat on in the tunnel this morning to bring the temperature up a little bit. Not that I've got much growing in there, but anyway, what I've done, I've put some manure over me 2 beds here. These have got rhubarb in, so I've just manured them. That one's empty, and that one has a bit more rhubarb, which I've put some more manure over them crowns as well. And my little pond is frozen solid. Right, let's go and look around this way. So my compost bay, what I've done today, I filled this up. It's lovely compost we'll go and get. Horse manure. Rot's done really well this. It's steaming. See what the temperature is now. Look at that. It's up to 50 odd degrees. So it'll reach 60. It was 60 the other day before I topped it up. So in that bay I've had 30 60 litre bags of horse manure in there, so that should rot down lovely, making some good compost for end of the year to go on me beds when everything's finished. In there is just some cow manure which we got last summer, I think it was. That's rotten down a bit. It's a bit difficult to work with that stuff, but it'll rot down that probably. So how do I get out of here? Right, everything's a bit barren looking. They're down here. I've been collecting some pallets, this EPAL Euro pallets when I can get them available. I've got a few there. I'm going to make a bit of a fence just across that bit there where them pallets are. Just a box to send off a little bit. No, someone's taken over that garden next door to me, so that'll get tidied up in the next few months. And down here I've started putting a little bit of hard stand down with some paving I had. Got loads of paving I've saved. I'm not too happy with this end bit here. That bit there. These 6. Not quite level, so I'm going to lift them up and redo them bits when the ground's not frozen. And then these tubs here, I mean blueberries, I've just changed the potting compost to some ericaceous compost, fresh ericaceous compost, to see if I can get anything out of them. Looks like they're still alive. They've got red stems, so a few buds forming on a couple of them. Because I've had those blueberry plants 2 years coming up in March, I think, and I've never had anything off them yet, so I'm blaming the compost I put in. So I've got some ericaceous, which I believe they thrive on, and see how they get on. I've had a few thoughts about down here. this big space, I was going to put more raised beds in. Then I've looked, I thought I've got quite a few raised beds, and do I need any more? So I'm going to use this end as a fruit area, which I believe when I got my allotment a couple of years ago was my original plan. I've been kindly offered a polytunnel frame, I think it's 3 metres by 4 metres I believe, from Emma from Trowels and Error YouTube channel. And what I can do is put the frame here in front of me and put some bird netting over, make a nice fruit cage. So my blueberries, which I've just showed you, and other fruit that I plan on getting. I've got some raspberry canes there. I could put all those in there, and that would be a good area down here. You can make a fruit cage. Get rid of that stump I dug out. So yeah, that would be really good. And I'll still have space down here to do something else. This part of the garden over here is my next big clear out area. I want to get rid of them 2 tree stumps. Sieve that mound of soil and rubbish there, get some soil out of that. So that'll flatten that area off nicely. Those branch stems there, I'm going to use them for a pea or bean frame. I'll tie them together and make a nice trellis out of those. That one's a pear tree, that one. And then a plum tree's at the back there. So that's really it, all I've done this morning. Everything proper solid ground, solid. Which this manure I put on here will break down nicely with the frost. And this frame here, which I grew runner beans up the last couple of years, I might put a grapevine on it and have an outdoor grapevine. See if it'll tolerate the winters. And all these bulbs are all come through. These are for home. What I dug out the garden before we got it really landscaped last year. Well, at the beginning of the year. So I'll get them in the ground at home when the soil defrosts. So yeah, that's, get them fruit trees at the top end placed. Now I've got a espalier framework for them. So that's my plot. Beginning of January, frozen solid. Not much done. Back in the tunnel, nice and warm in here with the heater on. And we've got the heater on while I'm here. I'm going to turn it off because there's not much in here that's going to benefit from the heat until later on when it starts sowing end of February. A few brassicas down the bottom end there in the beds. Underneath this polythene bubble wrap I've got onions and some winter spinach. So these ones, Pete Trenouth, my poor effort of growing the Ailsa. I just put a couple of seeds in a little tray, about 12 I think. I've got 5 out of them that look strongish, so I put them up into them little 7cm pots, and there's no heat in here normally. Yes, I've got the heater on at the minute, but that'll be getting turned off as I leave, and there's no grow lights, so that's what happens when you don't have the luxury of all those grow lights and heaters. So it'll catch up, hopefully. And under this big propagator, I've got some onions which was kindly given to me by Ian from our allotment journey. Got some Ailsa Craig there, which I potted out into 7cm pots. And those who don't know the variety, our secretary gave Ian those and he shared them with me. So those are doing quite well, and these are doing quite well. So they're all large onions, so hopefully I get a good crop out of them. And I've actually grown some, well, I've actually sowed some more Ailsa giant onions, and I've got them round home on the windowsill in the conservatory. No lights and just a cool conservatory. So see how they do compared to the greenhouse. Right, I'm going to call it a day. I've done what I can. Everything's frozen around here, so not much else to do. I'm going to turn my heater off until I come back around again. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. I really appreciate that. And then I'll make another video soon when there's something to video and we're all thawed out. Bye for now.